Why do ducks have tail feathers? So they can cover their little butt quacks. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, snowcanyonstitcher. I hope you like that little intro joke. I thought it was so cute. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. This is my channel, snowcanyonstitcher, where we talk about cross stitch, our works in progress, also known as whips. And if you like what you see, maybe you'll come back and join us. We do a giveaway every month for project bags. I also make project bags, and you can find me on Instagram under snowcanyonstitcher and also on Etsy. And I have a link to my Etsy shop in the description box below. I also have a Bag of the Month club, and I'm currently have about four slots open. I don't do that many, I don't have that many slots open because I don't want to overwhelm myself. But I do have 4 slots open for the 14 by 12 usable space project bag with emissions bag. So if you're interested in signing up for that, you can, it's $34 a month. You get a different bag each month, and plus shipping. So if you're interested in that, you can email me at either snowcanyonstitcher@gmail.com or my Etsy shop email, awakenedwillow@gmail.com. So I hope everybody had a great week. I know that we've got some things going on in our world that is upsetting, but we just be of good courage and pray for those who need our support. These situations are always difficult, and I find that a lot of times when we want to help and we can't, prayer is amazing and can do amazing things. So my heart and prayers go out to those who are experiencing trauma right now, and so really lift them up in our prayers. This week I did several different things that I don't normally do. Every now and then I like to play around with Photoshop, and I really, like the past year and a half, I've enjoyed doing some restoration to old photos. So my sister-in-law sent me a box of photos. I guess she went to visit my mom when my mom was living in Florida, and they went through all my mom's photos because my mom was going through that phase where she wanted to give away all her stuff, so that, yeah, she knew who was gonna get it and that kind of thing. But my sister-in-law sent me a box of old photos of family that I don't even know who they are, but a lot of the photos were of like my brothers and me and my sisters when we were little, and over the years they've gotten some wear and tear, and so I like to, ever so often I get the craving to pull those up in Photoshop and repair them and restore them. So I did a little bit of that this week. It also helps me get through some of those tough times. And so I really enjoy doing that. But the first one that I will share with you, this one, I'm gonna just put it right here. The first one is a photo of my brothers when they were little. I guess my mom and them were out shopping or something and decided that they would stop and get a photo taken. and I just think this is a really cool one. Kind of shows what the styles were. So I guess my brother was probably, I don't know, they look like they're about 8, 9 years old. And so my brother Tommy, I'm not sure which side he'd be on. He's the one, dark-headed one. He's about, well, let's see, I was 13 when he was 21, so there's quite a bit of age difference. So I was trying to think of the year maybe this was taken, so I can't think, but I'll put it up on the screen. No, I'll figure it out, put it up on the screen. Just the styles that they had back then. And my brother Jimmy is the one standing next to him with the light colored hair. So I was able to just go in and clean up all the little marks and scratches on the photo, and then kind of play around with the exposure and stuff. And then once that's cleaned up, I learned how to also go in and color these black and white photos. So this is the before and after for the repair, and then this one is that photo colored in Photoshop. So I tried to think of maybe what the colors were back then. I do a little bit of research and look it up online, what the colors were back in the day, and so that really helps. But it's really fun and I enjoyed it. And this next one, this next one is a photo of me and my brother Leslie. By the way, I don't even think they know I have a Flosstube, so I'm sure they're okay with me sharing their photos. But this is a photo of me and my brother Leslie. He's 4 years older than me, and so you can see there's like a big crease, like scratch down the front, so I was able to clean that up. The color was a little bit hard to play with as far as exposure and everything, but I was able, I do lighten it up as much as possible, but there's a point where you can only lighten it so much and it's the quality of the photo starts to degrade. So that's why I enjoy doing the color. So this one is where I added color to that photo. And so yeah, so I did a little bit of that this week. I enjoyed doing restoration on old photos. My son had his birthday this week, and if you guys remember last week I was talking about how my son didn't want me to make him a cake because he didn't want all the sugar. He has this magnificent routine workout that he does every week, and he said he squatted 140 pounds. I think it was 140 pounds yesterday, like unbelievable number of times. But I was like, I love to make cakes for everybody on their birthday because I get to practice my skills in decorating, and so I ended up making him what's called a pea picker's cake. And if you've never heard of a pea picker's cake, it's basically a yellow cake mix with mandarin oranges in the cake mix, and then after you cook that and it's done, you use whipped topping. You mix crushed pineapple in the whipped topping and then use that as the icing. So I made him one of those, and he did eat a piece, so I was pretty excited about that. And so what else did I do this week? It's pretty much everything. I did find a frame for my long dog sampler, so I was able to get that finished in a frame this week, so I'm going to share that one with you right quick. And this is a thrift store find, and that's her in a frame. She's all framed up. I did the framing myself, so it was a little bit rough around the edges as far as lining it up and getting it straight. And there's a glare on there. Let's see if I can tilt it back so you can see. But I just love this frame. This was actually a photo. It had like an art thing in the middle. I should have brought that over and showed it. But it's something like you would get at like a furniture store. So I just took all the insides out, and I was so happy with the way it turned out with this long dog sampler. So she has a home now, and I've been scouting for my next long dog sampler. So hopefully I will be good. My ring light's in the middle of it, and I just finished. I just put the paper on the back, like I did the other one. I think I did a better job on putting the paper on the back of this one, and it just had this little hook here, so I'll just left that and we'll go with it. But I took my measuring tape to the thrift store and I was going through measuring all these different frames, and when I found this one I was like, I don't know if this would work or not. I'm gonna go get what was inside of it so you understand what I mean. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what was in there. And it has like that indented mat board. And so I was thinking when I was looking at it in the frame, if I can turn it sideways, it's like a 3D, it's very deep. I was thinking, I don't know if that would work or not, but honestly, all I had to do is just take this whole piece out and it just left the frame. So there's like 3 different pieces of mat board on this. This is an artist's work, and I looked it up to see if it was worth any money, but yeah, that's what was in there. And so I was like, well, it's worth a try, because I think I only paid $3 for the frame. It's worth giving it a try. Just take it home and open it up and see, how the inside would work. And so yeah, there it is. It worked perfectly. So I actually used a piece of foam board. I put this on sticky board from Joann's, cut it the size I needed to fit the frame, and then I put a piece of foam board, cut a piece of foam board the same size and fit it down in there. And so yeah, so it all turned out good. Yeah, so this week I did get some stitching done, and so I worked on, I'm going to do it in the order that I stitched. So last week, which is what I was going to start talking about, last week I had talked about how I had gotten my 2 of week 4 and week 5 in the flowers and bee stalls off by 1 row, and I was contemplating, did I want to take it out and restitch it so it's right, or just take one of those rows off. And so I pretty much guessed it right. I know me, and I ended up taking it out and restitching it, and so it's all fixed and it's all where it needs to be. And then I finished week 4. This one here is week 5, sorry. Finished week 5 right here. So she has released the next pattern. And last week I was saying how I didn't know how many parts there is to the sow. There's 13 parts. So this week is week 6. So there's still 7 more parts. So this week's it runs a long ways down this way. So I will start on that one, and I will work on that one this week for next week. So the other thing, I have fuzz under my nose. It's just so the next thing I worked on this week, of course, is my love letters by Stitching Through the Years, and I was able to get the border. Let me see what I'm doing here. I remember last week when I was watching my video, I was like, I need to stop moving it around so much so you can see it. So I was able to stitch this border over here this week, and it's just a gorgeous border. I love that. Each one of those little flowers has like the pink petals, and then right in the center is a light pink, and I don't know if you'd be able to see if it'll focus in. There's a light pink bud in the middle of the pink flowers. Gorgeous border. I really love this border. Last night I worked on the one below, and I still have a string hanging there. But here's the thing, I'm off, and I don't know what was going on when I was doing the border on this side and the bottom border. So what I think I'm going to work on this week is I'm going to take that bottom of the square that's running around here. I'm going to take that bottom one out and redo it, bring it down. And it's like every so often in between I was off a stitch. So I need to bring this side border over this way a little bit more so that the bottom border works out. But it's all good. It's nothing real major. But I am loving this pattern. And I held on to this pattern for a long time before I ever started stitching on it. But I absolutely love it. And I'm super excited to get that one done. And so that's all the, is that all the stitching I did this week? That is all the stitching I did this week. But I picked up crochet this week. You guys, I know I still haven't worked on my socks. I really need to pull those out and finish those up. But I will. I'll get the craving to do it. I really enjoy crochet. I crocheted, I was a crocheter when I was 11, 12 years old. I really love to crochet. I taught myself to knit, and I always thought, you know, the knitting patterns, they always seemed like they were, I don't know, had a better quality or something. But crochet, there's just nothing like it. If you love to crochet, you know what I mean. So this week I worked on something called the bobble stitch, and I made a baby blanket, and it measures 30 by 30, and that's the end string. But the stitch is called a bobble stitch, and it was really fun. This took 2 skeins of just regular acrylic yarn from Walmart. And so let me turn around so we're not looking at that. And I just put a basic border around it. And so I finished that one up last night. I put the border around it. It's got the little corners. And so that was fun. And then, yeah, so I did that. I also bought a couple of patterns online that I'm thinking about starting. I was just checking. I bought a 20 count Ada from I think it was Picture This Plus from 123 Stitch, and I just checked, and it's in Dallas, Texas right now. So I'm looking forward to that one getting here so that I can start stitching on this one, Golden Pheasant. And I'll put a link to the shop where I purchased these. I actually think I have that pulled up here somewhere. No, I don't, so I'm not gonna. But I will leave it in the description below. But this is called Golden Pheasant, and it has 47 colors of DMC that you use on it. So that's what I bought the 20 count for, because I've always wanted a cushion with this type of design on it, you know, like a couch throw pillow. I love this style. And then this one I purchased, Flowers in a Cup. I have a fascination with teacups, but I've got this idea that I want to have a little area somewhere in my house with a pretty chair, like straight back chair, and have like just a whole bunch of like flowers and stuff like that. But this would be a cute framed art that I could hang there in that little area. So, yep. And this one actually uses anchor thread, so 49 colors of anchor thread. And I'm thinking I'm going to do that on 20 count, but I didn't order any for it. I wasn't thinking, so I'm going to have to go back and order more. So, but that's okay, because this is pretty detailed, so it'll take me a while to. I don't think I'm going to start them both at the same time. I think I will do one and then stitch the other one once that one's done. Oh, I do want to share, so my youngest daughter is getting ready to go to college, and she was trying to figure out how she was going to afford this and that. And I was like, well, why don't you open your own shop? Because when she did finish her she was released from her position as missionary in January. And so she completed her mission, and now she's planning on going to college. But while she was on her mission, she she crocheted a lot of little newborn hats for refugees. And I was like, well, why don't you make those hats like you made for the refugees and put those in and sell them and open your own shop? And so she did. And so she's made several of these little hats, and they're newborn size, that she crocheted on a loom. So I told her I'll share these on my Flosstube in case someone's interested. And I will leave a link to her shop in the description below, but I'm just going to share. This is like a green. This is not really, oh, there it is, like a light green. And these little brims are so cute. They're like, it seems like they're stuffed, but they're not. They're just the way she does it on the loom. Really, really cute. And then here's another one. This is like a rose color with a different colored brim. This is a really fun one. This is a yellow one. And so she's really good, I think, at matching up colors, different colors of yarn. Look at this one. It's like a tan and yellow, and then it's got like this blended color up top. So all of these are small, newborn size. And then here's another one with that bright color with the blue. Such a cute little hat. And then this light blue one. But she has a lot more. She can make these, and she's got a lot of them in her shop. So if you're interested, if you saw one of those you like, maybe you want to buy it. So I'll just leave a link to her shop on Etsy in the description below, so you can find these. And I don't think she has the images of these up in her shop yet, but I think she's going to do that today after I finish my video, because I was like, I want to share those on my Flosstube. So you'll be able to find those. Last but not least, I did purchase some fabric this week. I'm planning on making my brother a log cabin quilt, and I promised him a year ago, and so I was able to pick up some different colored fabrics. So if you can see, so there's the 3 dark and the 3 light. And so I'm still working on something to go in the middle at the square, because I saw this quilt online that someone had designed, and the middle square was fairly good size, and it had like a medallion in the middle, so when they did the long cabin, it was just so pretty. So that's what I have in mind for him. So I'm gonna probably start working on that this week, and I'll share photos on Instagram as I progress. But I think that's about everything. I'm not real good at keeping up in my book of days. So what happens is, at the end of the week, I'll go back and I'll try to remember what I stitched on. It's been easy the last couple of weeks because I've only worked on the 2 love letters by stitching through the years, and then the Flowers and Bees House by Doreen Jones Cross Stitch. But I definitely want to get better. But yeah, so February is coming to a close already, if you can believe that. But what an interesting month in all. So thank you guys so much for your support and encouragement each week. Thank you for your comments. Oh yeah, I was going to discuss the channel names, and I also wanted to thank everybody for the ideas for fabric for the March project bag bundle giveaway. Those are all great channel names, and also good ideas on the fabric. So I did take that into mind, and still working on decision for the name of my channel. But I definitely found some fabric, but I can't spoil that, so it's gonna be a surprise, but I think you'll like it. And I'll share that. Let's see. I think that's coming up. Let me look at my calendar right quick. So the 28th, 29th, oh! No, that's January, sorry. I was going to say, this is leap year? But my next video, I will be sharing the project bag bundle for March. So come back and I'll see you then, and we'll do our March project bag bundle giveaway. Alrighty guys, that's about all I have. I hope you have a wonderful week coming up, that you get some good stitching time in. Remember to be of good courage, stay well, be safe, and I will see you in my next video. Alright, thanks again. See ya.